Now, how do you justify, or how do you give proof, at least a reasonable proof about how can you say that there is this inherent introspection, the clause of introspection in our philosophy and in our schools of thought? If you see Charvakas, okay, Charvak philosophy, they are the ones who believe that this is just one life. There is no afterlife, there is no before life. You have been given a life, you must enjoy. In a way, for those of you who do not understand, a hedonistic way of life. Okay, try to accomplish and fulfill as many pleasures as you can in this limited life that you get. Now, they existed side by side with others. Even the Charvakas, they speak ill of the Vedas. They do not believe in the authority of God. They do not believe in the authority of Vedas, but they still managed to exist side by side with others who believed. All right. Now, the reason why I'm stressing this coexistence of all these people is, so if you have to innovate, you need to be blasphemous. When I say blasphemous, I mean you must be allowed to freely criticize others. The Charvakas existed because they were allowed to criticize others. They were not bound by any specific rule that you cannot think beyond these lines. They exercised their freedom to think. This is exactly what our civilization has to offer, which quite frankly none of the contemporary nations on the face of this earth provide. Your freedom of thought. You're allowed to think the way you can think, or the way you want to think. And this such has been the case since the dawn of this civilization. Because if you study the schools of thought, and we are going to study these schools of thought in the future episodes of this series, that is the philosophy of Bharat. But right now, for your rudimentary understanding, you can think of it as all these schools of thought, they do not agree on a lot of things, and there are some things on which they have diabolically opposite views or diametrically opposite views. So such ideas are required. You need to coexist with people who can think in a way that is blasphemous for you to have an introspection. Had not such spirit been an inherent part of our philosophy, the faith of Buddhism, the faith of Jainism would not have arose out of the Vedic fold, because they in a way were a resistance to the Vedic fold, to the Aryan fold.